Up is power belief that oftentimes people are taught to believe that they can't do things or have to do things, that everybody has this or nobody has that. But really, they're told this to keep them in line before they're, and they don't, if you ask how or why and they can't really prove it, it's some bullshit to keep you in line. The other thing, on top of that, is that there's often these immutable laws of science that are basically, we don't know how this would happen, so we say it can't happen. Or, this is what we've seen, we don't really know. We can make an educated guess, but there's potential infinite number of ways things could or could not happen. And the other thing is, you don't know what all is, we can't prove, we don't know what all is possible. And on top of that, laws of physics are broken all the time. If you talk to quantum physicists, they'll tell you about that. On top of that, you can't prove a negative. You can't say, you can't prove a thing did not happen, you can only prove what did happen. The other thing is, oftentimes you have things that are supposed to make you more powerful, these objects, these potions, these drugs, these rituals. Mostly it gives you more confidence. And you'd be amazed how if you feel powerful, how that can actually make you more powerful. And sometimes people need that confidence boost to be able to do things that they know how to do. The other thing on top of that is, you'd be amazed what people are capable of if nobody's ever told them they can't do it. So don't tell your kids you have to do this, you have to do it. Don't give them rules. And the other thing is, specific examples are not the definition of the thing. Because when you teach kids, this is what it looks like, this is what I'm talking about, this is what we call this or that, they only see it as those examples. So it gives them an explanation of what it is, rather than an example or using it in a sentence. The other thing about people using all this, you can't do this, you have to do that. If they can't tell you why, or it doesn't make sense, just disregard it. That's another thing I've learned, is that one of the greatest sources of power today is people disregarding convention, tradition, labels, categories, definition, and doing what they want to do regardless. And lastly, actually I can't think of anything else. And lastly, you can be as powerful as you believe you are. But most people tell you that they don't go much. I'll add a little detail to that. Find out what you believe and why. Question it and see what you can believe. You'd be amazed how much power you'll have.